Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today, a popular customs magazine, April-May of 1966. And I'm so glad I don't own an Alexa, because I can say Alexa now all the time without being interrupted. Those things are so annoying. So Alexa here is a creation by the very famous Alexander brothers out of Detroit. And I don't know what it is with those 60s custom cars. I probably built too many of those old AMT kits, but I just love that era. I don't know, it's just so cool. And talking about model kits and very iconic car builders out of the 60s, there's Darrell Starboard with the Scorpion, which has also been featured in this issue. So here's what's waiting for us today. And as always, if you want to read something, just hit the pause. I try to get everything in the picture. And check out those wild headers. Crazy, and some cool shirts. And have you ever seen that grill insert from Mustang? It kind of looks cool. I've never seen that. And to be honest, I never got the horse. I mean, that horse should be like on a truck or whatever. It shouldn't be on, I don't know. I know it's a pony car, but I never really got that. And I never heard of the TE Max. I just know about the ETs. Probably you heard of them as well, but I never the TEs. So here we start with Starboard Scorpion. Looks very wild if you ask me. And it kind of reminds me of Jeffrey's Monterey. Oh my god, he spent 1,500 hours and $4,500 on this thing. And like back in '65, that was like a nice Cadillac. Maybe even more than one Cadillac, I don't know. But yeah, crazy. It's been powered by, I don't know if that's a 348 or a 409. You would guess it's a 409 because it looks like it has dual quads, maybe? I don't know. Chromed valve covers. That's kind of neat. So here's the text for you guys. It kind of like the thing with like Jeffrey's Monterey and like all of those other show rods. Like by the time in like the mid 60s, everything was kind of like asymmetrical. So you like this thing looks very like symmetrical. Yeah, like it does look very symmetrical if you ask me. Just look at that wild interior, that steering wheel. I just love that about those cars. And a 59 dash. Is that a 59 Chevy dash? So yeah, talking about like asymmetrical cars. First I have to talk about this. So not everybody can afford one of those fancy welding tables. Many years ago I helped someone who was putting like roll bars into older cars, like mostly like old Alfa Romeos and old BMWs and stuff like that, a couple of Datsuns, 510s and stuff like that, for like road racing. And like it just was really cool to learn was everything was TIG welding, and he had like the longest TIG welding cable or whatever you want to call that. I don't know. That was really cool. And what he would do, like he had his floor was like sanded, so it was all smooth, and he would have all those anchors in the concrete. So he would put like a pre-tension, like a preload on the frame, because if you weld something, it will like heat up and later shrink. so to not have any like tension on the chassis and whatever, he would like preload in the middle and like bolt them down in the front and the rear. It was really cool to see like the whole process. I kind of helped him a little bit. I mean, I can well tick, but like that guy was just amazing, like amazing stuff. So anyways, I don't want to talk too much, but yeah, it has dual quads on it. I'm not the biggest Chevy guy, but I think that is a 4.9. Oh my god, and talking about welding, crazy. So yeah, talking about like asymmetrical cars, I think that the Dean Chef, oh my god, a top loader. Wow. Check out that plate in between the bell housing and the transmission. That's pretty wild. Man, that is pretty wild. Wow. Stuff like this just amazes me, because like on those old transmissions, they last. And if you think about Muncie's, I don't know. I'm not a Muncie friend. Are you a Muncie friend? So here we go. There's a little bit more text for you guys. Yeah, it's a 39 Packard. It's actually like the same as like a LaSalle or anything, like a Buick, LaSalle, Packard. They all kind of have like the same transmissions back then. It's just like open drive shaft and torque tube. That's like kind of the difference between those things. But yeah, this thing is wild looking. Yeah, and I totally lost track about the asymmetrical thing and Dean Jeffries thing. Yeah, talking about the whole frame that you see over here, I think that the Monterey was built on actually like an IndyCar frame or whatever, which is really cool. Extending in front of that car is like a little kid at the Peterson. Wow, that just blew my mind. It was such a cool looking car. So there we have the little red Roadster, little T-Bucket powered by a nail head with 6 Strombergs. Everything chromed. Man, this thing looks nice. Some Buick wheels. This thing really looks nice. A chromed rear axle. Oh, there we have this thing. Yeah, so here's the story for you guys. Looks nice. Just like a simple little fun car. And there we have that El Rivomar. This thing confused me a lot, and I will tell you guys why. So for what I know, that roof line always confused me. So what this thing actually is, if you look beyond that Buick front clip there and those awesome looking nerf bars, it's a Rambler Marlin. I think it's called like a Rambler Marlin. In the rear you can see it more. They just extended those fins. And if I'm correct, there is a concept car which was the Dodge Charger, and that came out maybe in 63, 64ish. And if you know like the later Chargers, like the 66, 67, 66, 67, it's also like a fastback. So that always confused me because they kinda look similar to me. And there's also another custom car, which is a Buick Rivera, and they extended the C-pillars, which looks really, really cool, but it's not that car. So this is a Rambler with a record player in the back, which is kinda cool. Yeah, but I don't understand the whole, that roof, those fins just don't fit, if you ask me. The front end is pretty cool, and like, those details are really cool, but I never really understood. Like, I hate 59 caddy taillights for once. They look good on a 58. If you ask me, they really look good on a 58 Impala, they look good on a 58 Cadillac, yes. But, and on, of course, like a 59 caddy, but like, I don't know. I just see them on everything nowadays, and I don't like that. Yeah, okay, let's continue. So here we have a early 50s truck, I guess, 53 Ford half-ton. And talking about, which I mentioned earlier, like that asymmetrical style, which was really trendy at the time. Ed Roth did it, Jeffries did it, Winfield did it on the Strip Star. If you know that car, it's all like asymmetrical, like one side is totally different than the other one. And I love this truck. This is just so cool, with like this thing that goes through the whole car, as you can tell, and it's been chopped. It has like a is that like a 58 Impala? No, it's like a home built something, or maybe, I don't know. But this thing looks so fucking cool. Really cool. And those years Ford truck, no matter what you do, like a 40, like even like a late 40s Ford, and like all of those mid 50s trucks, they all look so cool. They are such a cool custom car. If you just chop them and change the front end and whatever, and they're so simple to work with, kinda, you know. And there we have like is that an old steering wheel? Those seats are so cool. So here's the text for you guys. And there you have some details. There's like something for the pigs, and man, this is so cool with that asymmetrical style. Really, really cool. This thing just looks so cool. Oh, it's snail head powered. Oh. What a wild interior. So guys, like, this is really weird. Like, I used to build model cars as a kid a lot, as you can tell, because I sniffed too much glue, I guess. But like, it gets kind of expensive at some point, you know, because then you need multiple kits to finish one car and all those things. Wow, there we have a color pic of that truck. Man, this thing looks wild. So cool. And the taillight, I didn't even see that earlier, that this is a taillight in the back there. Man, this is so cool. So talking about, sorry, today I'm a little bit stressed, I guess, but so talking about model kits and building model kits as a kid, it gets kind of expensive, and like, if you own like a couple of real cars, at some point you have to like choose, like, hey, I need oil or gas, or do I get like a little model kit or whatever to play around, and it doesn't really make that much sense. But then, like, thinking about my car at the moment, like, this is what I like. I don't want like a stock car, but you can't really change that much on a stock car no more, because if you change something, or you change the bumpers, you cut something, it's so expensive. So I found out, like, the last couple of weeks, it's really fun to get back into building model cars, because you can chop them and like sectioning them and whatever, and it's really fun. So there we have a shoebox. I'm not really a friend of shoeboxes. I think it kind of looks nice with those bubble skirts and the louvers. The split bumper looks cool. The lake pipes that starts way in the middle of the door, kind of. I think I like it. It's cool. It's just like I see too many of them. Okay, so here we have the Illusion, which is a very asymmetrical car. Man, this thing looks crazy. John Lawler. So there you have the text, there we have a pic of the car. Man, this thing looks weird. This thing looks crazy weird. Wow. It kind of looks like a spaceship. I wish that this hard edge wouldn't be so close to this side. If it would be a little bit more inward, it probably would look like a little bit better, but I have no idea. Wow, check this out. I know that there are many sports like dirt track cars, like speedway cars and stuff like that, where like everything is off-centered. They even lean the engines, and IndyCar, I think it's in some early years NASCAR did the same thing. They angled the engine a little bit and all those things. But to have like one drive shaft that's really long and one that's, I mean, it's like a front wheel drive cars, they have that too, but it just would bother me. I don't know. Yeah. And hopefully I don't sound bitter or anything. Oh, crazy. It looks so cool like this somehow, but then it looks kind of weird on the street. Yeah, crazy. Okay, let's visit the Alexander brothers. I believe this thing started as a Chevy, but it has like some Mercury parts on it. And I don't even know where that fin comes from, because I think from the door you can tell, and from the windshield it's like a Tri-5 Chevy 55, 56, 57, but I have 57, sorry. Yeah, it kind of looks wild. It looks cool, I think. This thing is like, I don't know if I should start featuring like Rotor's Journal magazines, like the early ones that no one can afford no more, because this thing has been featured with beautiful pictures. Beautiful. Really, really cool looking car. The floating center console in this thing is unbelievable. I'm not much of a Pontiac guy in those years, but like the interior is beautiful. So and there we have, it almost looks like the Beach Boy, like the Beach Boys coupe, but it's not the same car. It has kind of the same features with those pipes. It's also Olds powered, and it has like a similar front, but it's the same builders, I guess, so it kind of looks a little bit similar. So there's a lot to read, which I can't really read. So and there's Alexa, which I think is so cool. It's such a cool looking car. And a Mustang. This is so confusing to me, because if you would just see this part of the car and you don't know that this is a Mustang, and it's a 60s car, it could look something like from the 80s or something like that. Just think about a LeBaron. There could be a LeBaron or something like that. It looks so crazy, like way ahead of its time. And I think this looks way better than the stock Mustang thing. I don't know, cool looking. Oh yeah, so there we have, I actually featured the Hot Rod magazine where this car was featured in. If you wanna check it out, there will be a link in the description. So it was like the car from like the Beach Boy video, and then I think it even was on a cover or later, I don't know. It's pretty cool, but then if you stand like in front of it, it's kind of weird to see. I think it looks better on pictures than it looks in person. Can you spot the swastika? It's still there. They removed it then after some time. I don't know. So there's more text. It's already 20 minutes in. So there we have the other car that's red. It's also powered by an Oldsmobile engine, a blown Olds. Beautiful. I love those Olds engines. And from the valve cover, I would say it's like a 324 or whatever. So you can tell this is also powered by an Olds, and they kind of look similar. But this is a 32. This is a 34. There we have that Chevy again. Here I get you the text. Man, this thing is also like so cool with those plexiglass or like acrylic tubes for the headlights. It's so cool. And customizing in one day. I don't know if that's really that interesting for you guys. So that they put like a tube grill in this thing, and I think there they put like those tri-bar things on it. Yeah, I don't know if that's really, yeah, those things. I don't know. I just see those too often. Some trim on the side. Ooh, a Talbot mirror. Okay, I don't wanna talk too much, but they're like the Talbot mirrors that you want. It says Talbot and Co. Berlin. It doesn't say West Berlin. The West Berlin ones, or the ones that have that little sticker on it, those are like the later ones, the 60s and 70s ones. But you want a 50s one, and the 50s one, it just says Berlin, not West Berlin or anything like that. And it's kind of bigger than the other ones, and it's punched in. It's not a sticker. I don't know if you guys want to see all that. Cool headrest though. Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't know. That looks kind of neat with that little chrome bullet. Afterglow. Yes, this is really cool. I don't know if those are a Lincoln, maybe Lincoln. I think Lincoln or Mercury. They look cool. Oh yeah, Continental. This looks really good. I think not the Cadillac stuff that everybody is doing nowadays. Little record player. I'm gonna skip this. Stereo system. No. there we have new tail for the Mustang. It's kind of what we've seen earlier, which actually looks really cool. I wish someone would do that. And there we have the dream truck. I don't know, it's a cool truck, but I don't know. I really don't know. The coolest picture of the dream truck was when it went to Gene Winfield and he sectioned the hood, and I think he chopped it. It still had the original fenders on, and I liked it like that with those flames painted on. That was cool. This thing, I don't know. I have no idea. So, and this, as I mentioned before in my other video, there also will be a video just about this real quick. So this car is actually the car that was the cover car of the Lowrider magazine video that I did earlier. It's May 1985. It made the cover. The owner already was passed in, like at the time, he passed I think in 81, and that was the last time he showed the car. Now this is the earlier version, and yeah, I mean it looks a little bit more settled, but yeah. Now old-time Starboard fans have a hard time even finding one in a wrecking yard. Really, you had problems in '66 to find a 41 Chevy. That is crazy. Then we have a 57. Which looks nice, everything molded in. So you can read all the stuff. This really looks cool, I think, on that car. That fits the car. So I guess that Corvette engine goes with that Chevy there. Wow, interior. French and antennas. And also like a 59 old steering wheel. Man, this thing is cool. Wow. That is really cool. Chrysler headlights. That's cool. And they're like upside down, I think. So there we have Grobroski, who built the famous cookie tea, the Sunset 77 tea bucket, the blue one. I also mentioned, I think, in the other video. And there we have another Barris, George Barris creation. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's more about the illusion. Wow, the interior is pretty cool though. Oh, it doesn't even have a drive shaft at the moment. Crazy. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one.